So your film is finished and it's time to send it out to the world and submit it to festivals. The first thing you need to do is create a press kit for your film. So what exactly is a press kit? A press kit is the official document representing your film. It is meant to be sent to, well, the press, or any institute or individual interested in featuring your film. In the old days, people would print a physical copy, and some still do that today, but most people will be fine with a digital copy. Of course, that doesn't mean it shouldn't be well designed and attractive, and that's what we'll cover in this video, as I show you the press kit for my animated short film, Tasteful. Before I go into structure, I should say that there isn't one correct way to create a press kit. There are a few essentials, which I'll show you, but there's a lot of optional elements that you can either include or not, depending on your film and personal taste. So let's see what you must have in your press kit, and what else can you add. First, your cover. The cover is the first thing people see, so you want to make sure you make a good first impression. Use the best still photo you have, or maybe even a variation of your film's poster. Just make sure the name of the film is on it, as well as some sort of a tagline. Not all films will have a tagline, but I recommend adding one. It'll help the people going over your kit get a sense of what your film is about. I included one for Lift Up, but with Tasteful I saved it for the synopsis page. Do what feels right to you. You can also add something like a film by blah blah blah, which is what I did. Unless your press kit is very lean, your next page should be a table of contents. If you can add links from that table to the appropriate pages, that's even better. Then some people start by presenting some basic information like the director's name, and technical information like the software you used or what camera and export format you're using for live action. But I go right into the synopsis. The shorter the film, the shorter the synopsis should be. I only wrote a few sentences since my films are very short. Then if you have something you want to tell about the story behind making the film, you can add an about the film section. Why did you make it? What inspired you? Maybe a little bit about the process or the obstacles you've encountered. This is more about what's behind the film rather than the film itself. Next is a short director's bio, including a photo. Some people add something called a director's statement, which is a popular feature in a press kit, but I didn't have one. This is your personal statement about why you made this film, or why you make films in general, your personal message to the world. I didn't find it important for my own films, but it's something people do. Next is cast. I didn't have one since I didn't use actors, but if you're making a live action film or use voice actors, this is where you write a little bit about the lead cast. This is not the credits section, that comes later. If your film has already been screened in theaters or festivals, you might already have some reviews you'd like to include, or if you want any awards, you can list them in this section as well. Then I make sure to have a section for any links to my online presence, both personal and of the film. Twitter handles, Facebook pages, official websites, etc. Next is a cool section not many people have, the FAQ section. In here you can come up with questions you think people might have about your film and answer them. This is a great way to push information that you want people to know about your film in a fun way. Maybe some fun facts. In my kit, for example, I ask questions like, why only use a ball and a cube as your main characters? Or do I have a problem with eating meat? You can get creative there. If you have some interesting production anecdotes, you might want to include them in an anecdote section. This might be something that happened during production which caused a huge crisis and how you overcame it. I didn't include that section in my kits. Next is credits, a list of the people who worked on the film and their positions. Pretty self-explanatory. And then last but not least, some production stills. This is a must-have and a very important element. These images could be either still frames from the film or from the making of or behind the scenes. In my case, I decided to spread them out throughout the kit, having one still between each section, but you can have them bunched together at the end. As for the order of these sections, it doesn't really have to be exactly as I listed them, except for the first few, which are usually in that order. I mean, you don't want to write about yourself before giving a synopsis of your film, but feel free to play around with the order and mix and match. This is not a template to follow exactly as is. So now let's go over how to actually create your press kit. A press kit is basically a PDF, so any kind of document creating software should work. There are many programs you can use, so go with the one you're most comfortable with, as long as it can export a PDF. The exported PDF will be the final press kit that you will be uploading to your website and send to festivals and people. I used Pages after trying InDesign, which is especially built for stuff like that, but I found Pages to be so much more intuitive and simple to use, and the result was great. To make it easy for you, I've created a press kit template based on my own press kit, which you can download for free on the site. I'll include a link in the description. And if you have any more questions about that, write them down in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.